It was supposed to be a quick ride. That is what I kept telling myself while my phone vibrated in my hand, showing the Uber logo and a pickup time of 2 minutes. Holiday nights are always chaos. Everyone is drunk, tired, or trying to get home before something goes wrong. I had just finished a late shift, the streets were crowded, and my feet hurt so bad I did not even think twice before tapping accept. That was the mistake. The app showed the driver was already nearby. No profile picture, just a first name and a gray car icon inching closer. I remember hesitating for a second. Then I ignored that feeling. I stepped out onto the sidewalk, the cold air biting through my jacket, holiday lights flickering from nearby buildings. Music and laughter spilled out from bars as people stumbled past me. That normal noise is important, because once I got into that car, it all disappeared. The Uber pulled up silently. No music. The windows were dark, darker than they should have been. I opened the back door and got in. The car smelled wrong. Not cigarettes, not alcohol, something stale, like old fabric and metal. The driver did not look at me in the mirror. He just started driving the moment I shut the door. I checked the app. Same route, same destination. I told myself to relax. About 2 minutes into the ride, I noticed something strange. We were not going the way the map showed. At first, I assumed traffic rerouting. Holiday nights always cause detours. But the streets started getting quieter. The lights spaced farther apart. I cleared my throat and said, "Hey, the app says we should have turned back there." No response. The driver did not even react. I tried again, louder this time. "Hey, I think the route is wrong." Still nothing. I leaned forward slightly, trying to catch his eyes in the mirror. That is when I realized the mirror was angled away from me. Deliberately, my stomach tightened. I unlocked my phone and watched the GPS drift farther and farther off the route. The ETA started climbing. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10. That is when the driver finally spoke. His voice was low and flat, like he was reading something he had memorized. People get lonely on nights like this. The way he said it made my skin crawl. I did not answer. He continued. "They think someone is coming to get them, but sometimes nobody is." I told him to pull over. I said it calmly, but my hand was shaking. "Pull over. I will end the ride." The car did not slow down. Instead, he turned onto a narrow residential road. No parked cars, no lights on in the houses, just rows of dark windows watching us pass. The Uber app glitched. The screen froze. Then it refreshed. The driver name was gone. The car icon was gone. The trip was still running, but it no longer showed a driver. I felt trapped. I tried the door handle. Locked. My breathing started getting shallow. I opened the emergency section of the app, but the buttons lagged, like my phone was underwater. The driver spoke again. "You ever notice how quiet it gets when nobody is looking for you?" I yelled this time. I demanded he stop. He finally slowed down. Not to stop, just enough to make me feel hope. The car rolled to a stop in front of a house that looked abandoned. Peeling paint, broken porch light, no decorations, even on a holiday night. He turned his head slightly. Not enough for me to see his face, just enough for me to hear him smile. This is where most people get out. I kicked the door with everything I had. It popped open. I ran. I did not look back. I did not care where I was. I ran until my lungs burned and my legs felt numb. I ended up knocking on a stranger's door. Hysterical, barely able to explain what happened. They called the police. When officers went to the location I described, there was no car, no driver, no record of the ride in Uber's system. My account showed the trip as canceled. Canceled by me. The police told me it was probably a glitch. I stopped using Uber for months after that. But the reason I am telling this now is not because of what happened that night. It is because last week, during the holidays again, my phone buzzed while I was standing outside a bar. An Uber request popped up. Same gray car icon. Same missing profile picture. Same first name. And underneath it, a message. "Still need a ride?" I did not get into the car. That part matters. After hearing what happened to someone else on a holiday night, the missing driver, the erased trip, the house that did not exist, I told myself I was smarter than that. I deleted the app. I walked everywhere. I thought that was enough. It started with my cat. She began sitting by the front door at night, staring at the hallway like something was standing just out of sight. Her ears would flatten. Her tail would twitch slowly, deliberately. Sometimes she hissed. I checked the hallway camera. Nothing. No movement. I convinced myself animals just do that. Then one night, during the holidays again, my phone buzzed. Uber. Ready to last ride. I stared at the screen. I had not taken one. The trip history showed a completed ride. Pickup location was my apartment building. Drop-off was blank. Duration unknown. My stomach dropped. I locked the door. That is when my cat screamed. Not meowing, screaming. A high-pitched, broken sound like she was in pain. She ran to the door and started clawing at it, trying to get away from it. I heard an engine idling outside. Slow, steady. I checked the peephole. The gray car was parked at the curb. Lights off. No driver visible. The smell hit next. That same stale, metallic odor seeping through the door like it was already inside. My phone vibrated again. A message. You walked last time. Another vibration. You do not have to. The car door outside opened, then closed. Footsteps. Heavy. Unhurried. They stopped right outside my apartment. The handle turned once, twice, then stopped. I held my cat against my chest until morning, shaking so badly my teeth hurt. When daylight came, the street was empty. No car, no tracks. On my doormat was a single cat toy, one I had thrown away weeks earlier. It smelled like the inside of that car. I had heard the stories already. The holiday ride, the erased trip, the car that followed someone home. I remember thinking how stupid you would have to be to still get inside that thing. Then my phone died. It was late. Snow was falling. I was walking my dog before bed, just a short loop. She was pulling hard, anxious to get back inside. My phone turned back on long enough for one notification. Uber. Pickup available nearby. Same gray car icon. No profile picture. I laughed. I accepted the ride. The car arrived too fast. My dog stopped walking and growled low, deep in her chest. She had never done that before. Not at people, not at other dogs. Animals know when something is wrong. I ignored it. I lifted her into the back seat. The smell hit immediately. Stale, damp, wrong. The driver started driving the second the door closed. I watched the map. The route bent. I had read comments about this part, about how the map drifts like it is lying. I used to think that was where the stories exaggerated. Sitting there, watching it happen in real time, I understood why nobody fought sooner. Fear makes you quiet. The driver spoke. She does not like being in here. I had not said anything. My dog started barking, panicked, clawing at the seat. I saw it then. A leash in the passenger seat. Old, chewed, dark stains around the handle. Not mine. The driver laughed softly. You already know how this ends, he said. You still got in. My dog lunged. She bit his shoulder hard. The car swerved violently. He screamed. I kicked the door open as the car slowed and fell into the snow with her tangled in my arms. We ran. Behind us, the engine reversed slowly, deliberately, like it was not in a hurry. I hid inside a stranger's garage until sunrise. Uber said no record of the ride existed. I still have a scar on my arm from where my dog pulled me free. She does not like cars anymore. Neither do I.